Hello, and welcome to a very special edition of Kung Fail. I'm Larson Halleck, and today we are awkwardly mating Kung Fail and Failsons into something that is both and yet neither, its own unique animal. I've seen it mentioned once or twice in my video comments, and like the proverbial fool rushing in, I dove into a very deep, very stupid rabbit hole. The man, the myth, the legend, Charles Zelenoff, Charlie Z, Z-Money, the UBF world champion and all-around delusional nutcase. Well, there's the foundation of the Kung Fail, and seeing that he's a 31-year-old man who lives with his parents and doesn't have a job outside of being an internet troll and mediocre boxer, he is also a very literal definition of a Failson. But who is he? Who is Charlie Zelenoff, the fighting troll? Charlie Zelenoff was born and raised in Los Angeles to Russian-born parents. As far as my research shows, he has no education beyond high school, and he has never held a job outside of one professional boxing fight, which he lost to Andrew Hartley of Arkansas. So, like Ignatius Riley and other great men, to say nothing of other great Charlies, when reality didn't conform to his wishes, Charlie delved into his rich inner life, making up his own boxing organization, the UBF, in which he is the sole fighter, and thus by default the undefeated champion, with 250 wins and counting, and 0 losses. Wow, with a record like that, you can get into the Semaphore UFC tournaments. To be fair, Mr. Zelenoff does invite other fighters into his web of ass-whipping, for the UBF is a strict invitation-only league. Now, of course, I'm not talking about the Universal Boxing Federation, which is an actual league with actual fighters based in Houston. I'm talking about the Underground Boxing Federation, which is based in the mind of Charlie Zelenoff and, apparently has a website. I don't know if Charlie made this. He doesn't strike me as a man intelligent enough to make a website. I mean, granted, it's on Blogspot, but still. Also, holy crap, it has 100,000 hits. Let's look at the top 10 pound-for-pound rankings, and oh look, Charlie Z is number 2. Wow, it says a lot about a man's self-esteem that he can't even fantasize about being number 1. You know, I feel kind of bad now. Maybe I should stop. No. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the invitation process. He goes to regular old box gyms, you know, your 24-hour fitnesses, your Planet Fitnesses, and so forth, and he asks people to do some light sparring. When they accept, he just tees off on them with 100% power, and then claims victory when these unsuspecting people, who were told that they would be lightly sparring, understandably don't want to fight somebody who's fighting full force. And I emphasize full force because according to Charlie, he has a 5,000 psi punch. A punch that hits with as much force as the bite of a Nile crocodile. Or to hear it in his own blitheringly idiotic words,
in the ring, this much power can kill somebody.
If I punched you right now in the ring, your fucking neck would break, right? Your goddamn spinal cord would crack. My fist caused a pandemic explosion that the entire earth heard. The whole earth heard it. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm literally willing to fight a great white shark for you. Yeah, so much power, pandemic force, it can go through water, yeah. Shark has no chance.
Something that Charlie has in common with traditional martial arts frauds that he claims he has superpowers. Oh, and sometimes he just pays people to take dives. As I mentioned before, young Charles lives with his parents, and his father sadly seems to encourage this tomfoolery.
Hey, hello fellow haters, probably you know who am I, alright? If not, I want to remind you that Charlie is my son, okay? And not only he is great fighter, but he is great son. I love him dearly and very proud of him, okay? And you wannabes, you'll never achieve what he did, alright? You got under his skin, but you will never get under mine. Because I live more in United States than you were born, okay? And I've been to Soviet or Russian army, and I went through, you know, you don't want to know what I went through, alright? You warriors, internet warriors, what you gonna do when you see Charlie on HBO? But you know what? You won't see, because you losers, you can't afford to have HBO, alright? But if somebody wants to see, call me, and I'll pay for you losers. You know where I live. You're more than welcome to come, motherfuckers.
Well, at least Charlie has his beautiful wife Daria to comfort him. And by beautiful wife, I mean this lovely young woman who never speaks or even looks at her husband once. Well, I suppose there are many mail-order bride websites that Charlie, the Failson, can spend his money on. Oh, and also, Charlie's virulently racist. Did I mention this?
You fucking wanna be 50 Cent, motherfucker, homie. Go back to picking cotton, you black motherfucker. I'll fuck you up any day, bitch. I ain't no racist nigga, but I'ma send you back to slavery, motherfucker.
This is all dancing around the point, you see. By all accounts, Charlie is more than just a mere internet troll trying to get a rise out of people. He apparently truly does believe that he is the world's greatest fighter. But don't let me tell you, listen to his dad.
Kid needs a doctor, sir.
I apologize.
He's not need a doctor.
He's a doctor.
That's what
Mr. Zelenoff, hey.
He's sick man. Guys,
You're a
he's,
man. You're a man. Your son, though, he's got some problems. He does.
I know.
Like,
This is the guy you need to be talking to.
This is you're
He's sick boy.
you're an
Okay,
extremely
I know.
respectable.
I-
Okay, no one has any bad feelings towards you. You are. He just loses his mind sometimes. We don't know why.
That's because his mom has psychological problems and he does. That's why I stick my neck always for him. Eventually get killed, but it's okay. But you know, I mean, I apologize, guys. Let me give you at least for the guests or something. Please. No, I'm not bribing you guys. Please. No. Have lunch. Have lunch.
Yes, this is the same Eugene Zelenoff who was encouraging these delusions before. I don't know when these videos were shot in relation to each other. Maybe he learned his lesson. Or maybe he just feeds the delusions of his mentally challenged son, as any nice father should. The general state of delusion Charlie lives in 24/7 is why he describes himself as a cyborg, and why he has challenged boxers to fight and met those challenges. And I specify actual professional boxing champions, like Deontay Wilder, aka the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. For God's sake, Charlie, even if you were an actual fighter, not even in his weight class. Oh, and did I mention that the racist tidbit I showed Charlie doing before? Yeah, that was directed at Wilder. That just might be the stupidest thing he's ever done, and this is a man who has been arrested for robbery and stalking multiple times.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
That's it. Keep it on the
Get up. Get up. I'm gonna get ready. You ain't gonna mess with nobody else.
All right, man. All right.
Get up.
He's done. He's done.
Nah, get up. You about to make me mad now. Get up. Get up. Get up. You about to get up. Get up. You gonna stop, man. Yeah. All that like, huh? Remember, let's go.
No, not right now.
It is gonna be right now. It's only gonna be here.
I'm done.
He's done. He give up. Let him go.
It's gonna stop now. Huh? Don't you ever, don't you ever call me a don't you ever say you gonna take my daughter around. Don't you ever say you're gonna take my daughter around. Don't you ever say let my pants up. Let my pants up.
God watch you, man. I'm the best. I'm still the best. Man with a senior knocked out.
I'm good, man. You can't.
But if that's not stupid enough, how about attempting to sucker punch former welterweight champion Floyd Mayweather Sr.? That's also up there.
Still got it. He's out of gas, Floyd. Nice relax. He's running far. He finna
And let's not forget calling out former UFC champion Chuck Liddell.
Tell me real quick the story about the guy with the belt, Charlie Z, when you were walking at the mall with your family and he put down his belt and called you out for a fight.
You know, that guy said something, but you know, actually he asked for a picture at the end. I mean, he never even really challenged me. I seen video of him, it's funny. I mean, when he's trying to do stuff, I mean, I wouldn't want to hurt the poor kid.
Now granted, Chuck is pushing 50 and he has a chin made of popsicle sticks and prayers, but I'm quite sure he retains enough skill to put Charlie Z into the bedrock. But Charlie's pathetic life is more than just rooster-like threats at much better fighters. He has his romantic side. Namely, he claims that he's going to marry Kim Kardashian at some point.
My future wife, Kim Kardashian. Kim, me and you are going to get married. This is it. It's a match made in heaven. You cannot go against God, baby. And if you go against it, me and you are still going to get married. This is it. I'm going to marry you this year, Kim. Yeah, you're going to wear that white wedding dress, and I'm going to kiss you. I love you, baby. The second you were born, Kim, God said, Charlie Z, here you go, champ. Take care of her. And you already know I'm going to take care of you, baby. I love you with all my heart. You're going to be the mother of my children. Give me your address, baby. I'll come see you. This is Jenner. How you doing? I'm Charlie Z. I'm asking your permission. Can I date your daughter, Kim Kardashian? I always tell her that she's the one. I always tell her that she's the most beautiful woman that walked the earth. She is. Kim Kardashian, baby. You're gonna look so sexy. I'm buying you high heels tomorrow, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll leave her family for you, Broham. I'm also curious as to what your wife thinks about you lusting after another woman. But God ordained it, so it's okay, and that's not what serial killers say or anything.
Kim Kardashian, I bought these heels for you. You like them? Yeah, they're red. Here's the receipt. See, I told you, Kim, you mean everything to me.
I assume Charlie edited out the scene where he puts the heels on, puts on a butt pad, and pretends to be Kim, you know, just for a few seconds. Well, what else can I say about Charlie Zelenoff? It's just a very predictable pattern of biting off more than you can chew, either running away or getting your ass kicked, and then claiming that he won the fight. Here's a montage. So, since this is Failsons, I have to pretend like I give a shit, so, Charlie, why do you do this? You are getting famous for this, and you do have a fair amount of Instagram followers. Sadly, I think this is enabling his delusions. He's getting popular, so he must be successful. Looking at your videos, you do have some degree of athleticism and punching power. You might actually be a halfway decent boxer if you were to, you know, actually train properly and not just punch a dummy in your mom's laundry room. I think this is purely a failure on the part of his parents. They shelter him, they don't get him mental help. His mother has defended Charlie from people looking to deliver a righteous ass-whooping on 2 occasions.
Well, that's why she was telling him to leave. Tell him to come outside so I can talk to him.
What?
Tell him to come outside so I can talk to him.
He's not home.
Do you know where he went? No?
No, I don't know. He's not home.
Do you mind if I look in? Inside?
What?
What?
I'm gonna call police right now.
Call the police?
Uh-huh.
I'll be right here.
Uh-huh. You're not looking.
So you say Charlie's not, I believe you say Charlie's not home, right?
He's not home.
Okay, alright, no problem.
Okay, bye-bye.
When he come back, tell the Crazy Temple was looking for him. And I tried to call. Do you have his number, his phone number? Because I called him his...
No, I don't have. Leave it.
Okay. Alright, you have a wonderful day, man.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe his parents should just let him take a beat down unimpeded, and then get him to a therapist or something. I don't know if that'll help him, but I don't see any other options. And no, me arranging a fight between Charlie and either Scott Blevins, Ashita Kim, or the Yellow Bamboo guy is not an option. I mean, granted, it would enable Charlie to actually win a fight for once in his life, but do we really need to feed this guy's self-esteem? And by the way, George Dillman would legitimately kick this guy's ass. Well, I've said my piece. and I know this is going to fall on deaf ears, but what can I say? I'm too nice for my own good. I'm Larson Halleck, and I am the people's UBF champion. And now, a word from our sponsors. Hello, are you a fan of Larson Halleck and the Barbaric Gentleman? Of course you are, otherwise you wouldn't be watching. Would you like to help the channel grow? Would you like to help me out? If so, here's how you can. You can go to patreon.com/LarsonHalleck and join the ranks of these illustrious heroes. You can also go to www.paypal.me/LarsonHalleck to also donate some money. You can also buy my book. The Patreon, the PayPal, and the link to my book are all found in the video description. You can also follow me on Twitter or on Instagram. I no longer advertise my Gab because Gab sucks. Otherwise, enjoy, keep watching the videos, and spread the word.